I feel like I just did my last project pan update and it's already time for a new one, which is absolutely crazy, but it is. It's almost halfway through September, so it's time to give you my third update on my project pan. I feel like now that I'm on update number 3, it's quite exciting to see the before and after pictures, because you actually do start to see a difference between some of the products, and it's also a little disheartening on other products where even though I'm using them, they don't seem to change. But I guess that's the magic of Project Pan, that's the whole point of it. It's to actually see how long your makeup lasts and how quickly or slowly you make your way through it. So I'm going to go ahead and flip you around. I'm going to show you the products, show you the before and afters, and chat a little bit about how much I've been using them this past month. So I hope you like it and keep watching. So as always, we're starting off with the foundation, which is the Bourjois Healthy Mix in the shade 50C. I wasn't really using it a lot because it was way too hot. It was summer, so I wasn't really wearing foundation all that much. And these past 3 weeks or so, when the temperatures have slightly dropped, especially in the evening, I have been wearing it again because I don't have concealer, so I'm using this as my concealer. And this is where we are right now. So I just marked it, and this is where we are. So we've gone down from here to here this month. You can also see it in the back here where I have the other lines, and you can see some very nice windowing right there. So very happy with the progress because I didn't really use it at all during the month of July and the beginning of August. So yeah, having had the chance to actually use it these past couple of weeks has been great. I film these updates almost halfway through the month, so I do count the uses I've had until today, basically. So it is 1 month of use, but I don't do like from the 1st of August to the 30th. I kind of go just off the 1 month between each update, basically. So yeah, thanks to the drop in temperatures, this is back in the game again, and I'm very happy about it. The goal with this, like I said before, is to finish it by the end of the year, and I think we're right on track. If I keep this up, it's definitely going to be gone by the end of the year, so I'm very excited to finally get this out of my collection, because once this is gone, I'm not going to be buying any more foundation. So this is all I have left before I can become completely foundation free in my collection. Next we have powders. I'm going to show you this one first. This is the Charlotte Tilbury one. This is the mini travel one, and I have been using this one because I took it on holiday with me, and I've been using it these past couple of weeks, but still no pan, which was expected. I wasn't expecting to see any pan anytime soon, but I do have a little bit of hard pan there, if you can see. I have to remove that, but I think that's because you know, it's been so hot this summer, so I've probably dipped my brush and put it on when I was sweating or something, and maybe the grease from my face and the sweat have developed some hard pan there. It's fine, it's not too much and I can get rid of it, but yeah, the dip is definitely getting bigger. It's just, there's just no pan yet. So my goal with this one is to have pan by the end of the year, and you know, hopefully I will have pan. I think this is going to be one of those surprise pans where one day I'll just swipe my brush and I'll see the pan. This one doesn't have any rings that kind of tell you how close you are. Like other powders have little rings on the pan, and that kind of gives you an indication of how close you are. This one doesn't have that, so I'm just going off the dip, and the dip is getting quite serious now. So yeah, no pan yet, but we're on track. Again, this will take a while because it's a powder, so I'm not expecting to see a pan anytime soon, but we'll see. I'm still debating whether or not I would get the big size once this is done, because it is very good, but it's just so expensive, so we'll see. But good progress on this, just not an exciting amount of progress yet. There are cat hairs on my little tray. Of course there are. I live with 2 cats. Like, what did we expect? Anyway, are you ready to see something really fun and really sad at the same time? Behold, my Rimmel Kind of Free powder. It happened. It cracked. It cracked like a week into August, more or less. Well, no, sorry, a week after my last update, so about halfway through August. it cracked, completely cracked. I was holding it together with tape and I was using it as a little compact, like lifting this up and using it as a compact until the lid one day just finally snapped. This is also cracking again here. This is just insane. It's damaging my powder, and as you can see I have dents all over it because I try to keep it on, but I'm not putting it in my makeup bag obviously, because if I put this in my makeup bag and everything's gonna get ruined. So I'm keeping it outside because I do have a solution on the way. I'm making it very mysterious, but it's not that mysterious. It's just a different kind of compact that I'm going to put it in. But yeah, I'll show you that when it gets here. But until then, I have to be very careful. But yeah, I have a puzzle here. I have a little puzzle for my powder lid. This is so sad because I understand the cost of things. Like I understand that they keep this pretty cheap so that the cost of the powder just doesn't have to go up that much, and you know, the cheaper the packaging, the cheaper the product is. But this is just ridiculous. I don't know anyone who hasn't had trouble with these kind of lids before. Every single lid, just everyone I know who has this kind of product, just their lid has snapped at some point. So I think that it comes to a point where this is just not acceptable. Rimmel. This is just sad because I have so much product left and now I couldn't use it. I can't use it properly unless I just transfer it somewhere else. But onto the product itself. I don't even know why I'm being careful with this. This is where we are. So the pan has definitely gotten bigger. This is the powder I hit pan on last month. I just saw a bunch of product fall off because that's the thing with the lid like that. It's starting to damage the powder everywhere where the lid kind of just hits. So I'm finding little bits of powder everywhere. So I'm really desperate to move this into a different packaging. But yeah, the pan itself has gotten bigger. I'm very happy with this. I've been alternating between this and the Charlotte Tilbury one for the whole month. So I usually apply this one and then I touch up with the Charlotte Tilbury powder. That's kind of what I've been doing and it's working quite well. But yeah, this is where we are. It's a decent powder. I don't think I would buy it again just because of the packaging, but if my solution works, the solution I'm planning works, I might be able to buy these kind of powders again and just remove the pan, but we'll see, because I need to see if that solution actually works permanently. But very excited to see how this goes next month, and very excited to show you how I'm going to solve this terrible packaging crisis. I think it's going to look very cute in its new compact. Moving on to blush, we're going to start with my nemesis, which is the NARS Multiple in Orgasm. Actually very excited to show you this because look at that. Look at where we are. Let me twist it up. Hang on. That's it. That's all it twists up. It doesn't twist anymore. Look at that. I'm almost done. I'm so close to being done. I can't even describe how I feel about this being gone. It's starting to look really like some parts are missing, so I think I'm really reaching the end. I did give it a bit of thought, and I don't think that I'm going to be scraping the product out to get every single last drop out, because I don't care that much about this product. I just want it to be done. I'm tired of it. I don't like the way it looks on me. People keep commenting like, well, why are you using something that you don't like? Because I paid for it, and because, you know, I don't want to throw things away. It's makeup. It's not making me miserable. I mean, when I say that I hate it and it's my nemesis, I'm obviously exaggerating. This is makeup we're talking about. If I have to wear something that I'm not 100% comfortable in how it looks and it just doesn't look perfect on me, I'm fine with it. It doesn't look horrible either. Like, it doesn't make me look like a clown. It doesn't make me look sick. I feel comfortable enough to go out with this on in public. So obviously I'm exaggerating when I say that I despise this, but it's definitely not something that I would buy again. And the only way that I've realized how little I like this is because I've forced myself to use it every single day or very, very often because I'm trying to finish it. And by using it very often, trying to finish it, is when I've discovered that I don't like the way it looks. It doesn't go with every single thing that I'm wearing. Sometimes it looks way too pink and gold, and it doesn't look right with the clothes I'm wearing or, you know, just the rest of my makeup. And that's something I've learned because I forced myself to use this as often as I did. If I didn't, I probably would have just worn this a couple times and then just maybe not be reaching out for it, maybe reach out for it occasionally thinking that I like it. And then maybe I would go ahead and buy something similar thinking, oh, I must like that color because I have it and I use it occasionally. Whereas now I know that I'm never going to buy something in this particular shade anymore because I don't like the way it looks on me. I think it just looks way too pink and way too gold at the same time. And I just know to stay away from these kind of colors or this type of shade because I don't enjoy them. So, you know, use your makeup, give your makeup a fair chance. That is the only way that you're going to really know if you like something or not and how much you like it. Please try to not be wasteful with your stuff. Obviously, if something is giving you a reaction or it just is the completely wrong color for you, then I understand you decluttering it or throwing it out or giving it to someone. But if something is just like meh, it's not your favorite, you don't love it, but it's there, try to give it a fair chance because maybe you end up actually really, really liking it, or maybe it just proves your point that you weren't convinced and in fact you learn what you don't like in makeup and you don't make the same mistake again. Yeah, that is my little rant about this because I seem to get comments about that every time I upload, which is fine. I'm happy to respond to those comments. I just think that we need to be a little bit more mindful about the things we have and the money we spend and the impact this has on the planet. Because if I go ahead and buy something similar to this and then not use it, then I'd have two products that I'm not using. Whereas this, I'm completely using up, getting my money's worth, and learning my lesson that I'm never going to buy something like this again. But yeah, I think that once I can't scrape my brush into that anymore, I'm going to call it done. And I think I will have got my money's worth. So also thank you to the people who suggested using it on my eyelids or on my lips. I have tried that. I tried that a very long time ago. It doesn't look good on my eyes because my eyelids are quite oily and this just kind of slips around everywhere. And on my lips, it just doesn't look right. It's not a pretty color on me, on my lips. So I'm just having to use it as a blush, which is fine, but we're almost done. Like the progress pictures on this one are really satisfying to see. I'm very happy with this. And now we're going to the other side of the spectrum, which is the Milani blush in Berry Amore. And my goal here is to flatten the dome. Yeah, I don't think we're anywhere near completing that goal. Let me show you the other side. I've used this almost every day this summer. Like, I top up the NARS one with this one. I also use this one alone. I really like the color on me. It's a very pretty color. Every time I've shown this one in one of my TikToks, there's always someone who comments like, oh, I've had that Milani blush for 5 years. I've had a Milani blush for 3 years. I've only just hit pan now after 7 years. And here I am with my fully, like, almost full-sized blush where I see absolutely no progress. But yeah, I have been using it. I've used it almost every day. Really like it. Gonna continue using it. I think Milani blushes are definitely a very good investment if you're looking for a good, affordable blush, because this is gonna last you a lifetime. If you get this, make sure that you're ready for the commitment, because this is gonna last you years and years. I did mention that by the end of the year I was probably going to declutter this one because it's really old. I think this one is probably around 7 years old, if not more. So I'm probably going to declutter this by the end of the year. But I'm going to continue using it until December though. And then in December I'll decide if I keep it or if it's time to part ways, because I actually really enjoy the way it looks. It has a very pretty sheen. The formula is great. My goal of flattening the dome somewhat before the end of the year, yeah, never gonna happen. Also because they're really pigmented, so I kind of just have to dip my brush in twice and that's it. I don't even like swirl my brush, I dip it in because it's very, very pigmented. So we will see with this one as well, but if you get a Milani blush, yeah, you're getting a good investment. You're getting your money's worth. Moving on to a not very exciting update, I have my Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, which I have used a total of 0 times this month. So my goal is to pan one of these 3 shades, or that one of these 4, in fact, because I already said that this one is a bit too orange on me, so I'm using the Cashmere Bunny one. But I have used eyeshadow, I don't think I've used eyeshadow once this past month. Maybe once, and I used this as my base, but yeah, I haven't reached out for this at all this month, so absolutely no progress on this one. I don't think I'm gonna actually make too much progress on this because I also don't really wear eyeshadow, but I want to discover if that is just a summer thing or if it's just me just not being interested in eyeshadow anymore. Now that the weather is gonna transition into autumn, we'll see if I reach out for this again and start doing a few eye looks, even if they're very basic, or using this as eyeliner like I was using before, or if I've just grown out of eyeshadow. I don't know. This is gonna stay in the project, obviously, but yeah, not a very exciting update. I think the same way I'm discovering that I'm not a foundation person, I think I'm discovering I'm not very big on eyeshadows. And I'm glad that I haven't succumbed to any of those beautiful eyeshadow palettes I see out there, because they would just sit in my drawer and I would never use them. I already have this one and I'm not using it, so nothing to report here. Makes me a little bit sad because, you know, I really wanted to see some progress on this. But being realistic, this during the summer is just not something that I want to put on my face because I'm sweating 24/7, so makes no sense. Next is my Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon, and I just marked this right now and we are down here. You can see the progress on the sides. There's still like product up here, but this is very difficult to get everything down to the bottom, so I just leave it standing and I mark wherever it is in the morning. So that is where we are right now. I am almost done with this one. I think I'm gonna give it a couple more months before it's gone, especially at the rhythm I'm using it. So I don't know if I'm gonna remove the stopper once I reach like the end, or once the doe foot doesn't pick up any more product, because I have heard that when you remove the stopper out of these, it becomes very messy because the doe foot is so massive in this. I'm gonna well, give you one last shot of the progress, because the moment I move this, it's gonna move the whole thing. But this doe foot is massive. It's so big and it picks up so much product even with a stopper in, that if I remove the stopper itself, I think it's gonna be a real mess. So I'll see when I get there and when we reach that point. But I think in a couple months I'm gonna be able to say that I'm reaching the end. So let's see where how I'm feeling after that. If I remove the stopper and maybe give it another month, we'll see. But I'm very happy that I'm gonna actually finish a lip product this year, and this also gives me a good representation of how long it takes me to finish a lip product, especially considering the expiration dates they have, etc. So very happy with this progress. I think that we're also seeing like the light at the end of the tunnel with this. At first I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to finish it in a year, and now I'm pretty confident that I can. And the same goes for my Zara lip oil. This is also, I think it's safe to say we're about halfway done. I've already mentioned a million times that this packaging makes it hard to really see how much is left because it kind of stands a little slanted, but we are about halfway done. And this is definitely going to be gone in the next couple of months as well, because I do use it quite a lot. I prefer this to the Maybelline one, just because the doe foot is a little bit smaller and it's easier to control. It doesn't apply as much product. My problem with this as well is that, you see that? It continues twisting. Like, I'm twisting this and it keeps twisting. So it doesn't completely shut. So I'm keeping this one. I was keeping this one in my bag up until now, but now I'm scared that the lid isn't closing properly and I'm scared that it might spill. so I'm keeping it in my vanity, and now I'm taking this one out with me to reapply. I'm very excited that I'm probably going to be getting 2 lip products done more or less at the same time, because I've been using them both basically together. I apply one and then reapply and touch up with the other one. So they're kind of disappearing at the same rate, which is exciting. So I think those 2 will probably be gone by the next 2 or 3 updates, hopefully. Definitely gone by the end of the year. And the last product I have is my Glossier balm.com. I'm making such a steady progress with this. Last month I said that I was probably going to be reaching the yellow line by this update, and I did. I'm exactly at the yellow line. That is where it's bending. So it's such a steady progress. If you see, it's more or less the same progress every month. I wear this almost every night before I go to bed. I apply a little bit, so it's very consistent use, and this is going to last me a very long time. This is definitely going to go into 2025 with me, but yeah, I'm in no rush to finish this. I like the way it moisturizes my lips. They really feel nice and soft in the morning, so I'm going to keep wearing this every night. But at this rate, I'm definitely going to be dragging it into 2025 with me, but that's okay. Those are my 9 products that I have as part of the project right now, and I don't think I'm going to be rolling anything in for the rest of the year. Even if I finish things, like I'm probably going to be done with the NARS one within the next month or 2. The lip glosses are going to be gone in a couple months as well. I don't think I'm going to be rolling in anything. At the end of the day, this is my first project pan, so I don't want to overwhelm myself. So I think it's good to see how, you know, where I started with how many products, and then where I ended at the end of the year and how many I actually managed to finish. The way my mind works, if I finish stuff and I can, you know, tick the box and remove it from the project, I kind of feel more satisfaction than if I add something in its place, where mentally I feel like I haven't made any progress. I don't know. It's just the way I see it. So for now, I'm not going to be adding anything in. If something is gone, it's gone, and the project will just have 1 less product. And then next year, we'll see if I change the rules a little bit, or if I, you know, start tracking uses. I don't know yet how I'm going to do it next year. But for now, I'm happy with this. I'm comfortable with this, and I think I'm making good progress. So thank you for joining me for another Project Pan update. I hope that one was interesting, and I hope you join me for the next one as well next month. Let me know in the comments if you're panning any products yourself and how that is going for you. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope I see you next month for my next update.